Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Listen, my name's Andy, um, and my plan is to build a motorized bike. I've watched a lot of these YouTubes. I've done a lot of research on these. I've been around motorcycles my whole life. I've had a couple of these motorized bikes myself, and I think that they can be made reliable, safe, and legal. Bottom line, reliability comes from making sure that you've got all your ducks in a row, I guess, as it were. Making sure that you take care of the points that tend to lead to failure. Now, what I'm starting with is a Schwinn Riverside 7-speed beach cruiser. Yeah, it's a girl's bike. Yeah, it's got pink wheels. Like, can I tell you? Now, I've already gone through the bike and made it safe. The bike itself, the foundation. You got to have a solid foundation. Okay. You can't just take anything and throw a motor on it and go whipping around the neighborhood. It just doesn't work. So what I've done, I've already gone through and taken the forks off, cleaned the bearings and cups, re-greased them, adjusted them, made them safe. Gone through the crank assembly, took it all apart, put new bearings in it, adjusted it, and made sure everything was cool there. I got lucky with these pedals, believe it or not. They actually came apart. There's a shaft with a bearing cup and a race. So I was able to take these apart, clean all the bearings, clean the cups and the races, grease it all up, put it all back together. Same thing with the wheels. And to ensure that I had a safe, stable foundation, took it on a 15-mile ride one way. I went into town, which is about 15 miles one way. So I made the round trip. Took me all day, and quite frankly, wore my ass out. But it made it no problem. So my plans. I've already taken the front wheel off, the fender off. Um, Everybody says don't put fenders on your bike. They crack, they break, they're dangerous. I think that they can be made safer. So front wheel is going to get a reinforced bracket, support bracket, and on the top is going to be reinforced as well, so that it's secure and doesn't come off. On the rear, I don't think we need a fender that's low. So the biggest thing with the rear fender is mud and water. And when you ride through a puddle, you're going to throw a bunch of water into the carburetor. Not a good idea. So my plan is to take this fender and I'm going to chop it. I'm going to bring it down and remove this section of fender right here. Reinforce the bracket, reinforce the mount, and as long as I've got this part of the fender still on, I'm not going to have an issue with water and dirt in my carburetor. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is take off this chain guard. It's simple. 2 screws. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't mind tank. And pink is the color for breast cancer awareness. So I don't see any reason why we can't keep a little pink. Whoop. Now, I like to keep my hardware where they go. That way I don't lose it. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to take this rack off. Get that out of the way. And yeah, I'll be putting the rack back on with reinforced brackets there as well. There we go. And then, let's see, we need 10 millimeter. Where's that buddy at? There it is. Why is it always a 10 millimeter that we lose? Any ideas? Now, the legalities of these are, in most states, at least where I live, the maximum engine size is 49 cc's. Maximum speed is 27 miles an hour, not to exceed anyways. And it must be supplemental to pedal power. Let's get this brake disconnected here. Okay, so we are going to stay within those parameters. Wink, wink. It also is required to have lighting when riding at night. But here's the deal. Day or night, I think lighting's necessary. And here's why. You're out on the road, you're traveling at beyond bicycle speeds. In most cases, you're traveling in the travel lanes with cars all around. When you're in a car, everybody around you, you're expecting them to signal their intentions. Somebody in front of you hits the brakes, you want to see brake lights. You don't see brake lights. I know you've done it before. I know I have. Stop and mention to the person that they don't have any brake lights. That's bad. Brake lights are required. I think they should be. Whether they are or not is irrelevant. I'm going to have to take the wheel off here. It's not going to be good. All right, listen, I'll be right back. What we're going to do is we're going to take the kickstand off, and then we'll get into the fender. Just one bolt. stand gone. Now, get under here. All right, I'm back. I actually had to create a little stand to support the bike when I took the back tire off. So first thing I'm going to do, loosen the axle and the railer. Drop the wheel out. I'm going to leave the wheel right there because I want to put it back on. So, now, let's see if my plan is going to work. I think it'll work. And now growing up, we had one bike in our family, and that was a Schwinn Stingray. It was gold. Had the Springer fork on it, and 8-hanger handlebars. And I was probably about 8 or 9. Both my brothers were no longer interested in the bike, so I kind of took it over. And that's when BMX was just starting to get popular. I traded some matchbooks, believe it or not, for a set of handlebars. And I got those handlebars on that Springer fork without destroying the gooseneck. I remember when, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to lower the fender. We're going to go through the motor. We're going to put blinkers on it. We're going to put a brake light on it. We're going to put a tail light on it. We're going to put a headlight on it. We're going to put a battery on it. And I'm going to have to get me a trickle charger. I think a 12 amp hour battery ought to give me, I don't know, maybe 6 hours of lighting using LEDs. It's all going to be all LEDs. Anyway, this is my first shot at this stuff, so I hope you tune in again and catch the next installment.